Humpback whale, the acrobat of the sea. I'm sure most of you know what breaching is, but for those that don't, breaching is when most or all of a whale's body leaves the water in the form of a massive jump. And one whale species does this more than any other. We're of course talking about the humpback whale. Let's get right into it then. History. First, let's start with some background on the humpback whale, shall we? Well, the humpback whale is a baleen whale and one of the largest rorqual species. Humpbacks are usually found in oceans and seas around the world. They have a wide distribution, inhabiting both the northern and southern hemispheres. During the summer months, they migrate towards the poles to feed on rich, cold water areas. In the winter, they travel towards the equator for mating and breeding in warmer waters. In total, these whales typically migrate up to 16,000 kilometers, 9,900 miles each year. In the aforementioned regions, humpback whales are known to prefer nearshore and offshore waters, including coastal areas, bays, and fjords. They are commonly found in areas where there is an abundance of their primary food source, which is primarily krill and small schooling fish such as herring and sardines, but we'll talk more about that later in the video. In terms of discovery, the Swedish botanist and zoologist Carl Linnaeus first described the humpback whale in his book Systema Naturae in 1758. It was actually Linnaeus who assigned the scientific name Magoptera nova Anglia to the species, which translates to big-winged New Englander. This name reflects the species' large pectoral fins and its occurrence in New England waters, where humpback whales were frequently encountered during the time of Linnaeus. Size. In terms of size, there can be some variation. However, on average, adult humpback whales measure approximately 12 to 16 meters, 39 to 52 feet in length. However, some exceptional individuals have been documented reaching lengths of up to 18 meters, 59 feet. And of course, females are usually 1 to 1.5 meters, 3.3 feet to 5 feet, longer than their male counterparts. For whales, this size is on the smaller side, with the blue whale being the largest whale species on the planet at around 98 feet in length. However, this size is still nothing short of impressive. If we were to put the size of a humpback whale into perspective, let's compare it to the average human, shall we? An adult human typically stands around 1.6 to 1.8 meters, 5 foot 3 inches to 5 foot 11 inches tall, and weighs around 60 to 90 kilograms, 132 to 198 pounds. Therefore, a fully grown humpback whale can be more than 6 times longer than a tall human and weigh hundreds of times more. Appearance and other features. Humpback whales actually have a pretty distinctive color pattern on their bodies. The dorsal side is typically dark gray to black, while the ventral side is white. This coloration extends from the head to the tail. What's cool is that this stark contrast between the dark upper side and the white belly makes humpback whales easily recognizable. One of the most striking features of humpback whales is their exceptionally long pectoral fins, which are proportionally much larger than those of other whale species. These fins are also called flippers. They can measure up to 1/3 of the whale's body length and have a unique shape. The leading edge of the pectoral fins is scalloped with a serrated appearance, making them easy to identify. Also, along the ventral side of a humpback whale's throat, there are a series of grooves or pleats known as ventral pleats. These pleats allow the throat to expand significantly during the filter feeding process. When a humpback whale engulfs a seriously large volume of water to filter out krill and fish, the ventral pleats expand, allowing the mouth to hold a vast amount of food-rich water. Additionally, the tail, also known as the fluke of a humpback whale, is wide and deeply notched at the center. Interestingly, each fluke is unique to an individual, similar to a fingerprint, making it possible for researchers to identify and track specific whales over time. Humpback whales are also covered in small round bumps on their head and lower jaw, as well as on their flippers and the leading edge of the flukes. These protuberances are called tubercles and are more prominent in males. The tubercles contain hair follicles and are believed to play a role in sensory perception and may assist in hydrodynamics. Temperament. Humpback whales are actually considered to be curious, gentle, and non-aggressive animals. They are often curious about boats and human activity, sometimes approaching vessels to investigate or play. Their behavior towards humans has led to numerous close and positive interactions between the two species, with humpbacks sometimes displaying friendly behaviors like mugging, where they approach boats closely without showing signs of distress. Humpback whales are also social animals and can be found in various group structures. Mothers and calves form close bonds, with the calves often staying close to their mothers for up to a year before becoming more independent. Adult humpbacks form temporary associations and groupings, which can change over time and vary depending on their location and activity. Communication. Did you know that humpback whales are highly vocal and use a wide range of sounds to communicate with each other? Well, the most famous form of their communication is their melodic songs, which are primarily sung by males during the breeding season. These songs are thought to play a role in courtship and mating, as well as possibly establishing social hierarchies among males. Apart from songs, humpback whales use a diverse repertoire of other sounds, such as clicks, whistles, and grunts for various communication purposes. These sounds help them coordinate group activities, warn of danger, find food, and maintain social bonds. They also use physical displays like breaching, tail slapping, and flipper slapping, which can convey information to other individuals and may serve as a means of non-vocal communication. These vocalizations of humpback whales span a frequency range from 100 Hz to 4 Hz, with harmonics extending beyond 24 kHz, which is beyond the ceiling of a human's ability to hear. These mesmerizing sounds can travel vast distances, reaching at least 10 kilometers (6.2 miles) underwater. Males are known to sing for varying durations, with the length of their songs ranging from 4 to 33 minutes, depending on the region. In the waters of Hawaii, humpback whales have been observed vocalizing for an astonishing 7 hours at times. Culture and learning. There is growing evidence which suggests that humpback whales have a form of culture. Cultural transmission refers to the passing of behaviors and knowledge through social learning from one generation to another. Humpback whales are known for their intricate songs, and these songs are an example of a cultural aspect within their populations. Each population or group of humpback whales has its unique song that evolves and changes over time. The songs are learned from other individuals within the group and are not instinctual, as they vary between different populations. Acrobatics. Finally, let's end it off with what makes the humpback whale stand out amongst the rest: the acrobatics. Starting off with breaching. Number 1. Breaching. Breaching is perhaps the most iconic and dramatic behavior of humpback whales. It involves the whale propelling its massive body out of the water and then crashing back down with a resounding splash. This maneuver attracts people from all around the world to come and witness the greatness of breaching that can be done in different ways, such as a single breach or multiple leaps in quick succession. The reasons behind breaching are not entirely clear, but it is believed to serve multiple purposes, including communication, play, and possibly the removal of parasites or irritants from the skin. Number 2. Tail slapping. Lobtailing. Tail slapping, also known as lobtailing, is another impressive behavior where the humpback whale raises its massive tail fluke above the water's surface and forcefully slaps it back onto the water. The loud sound created by the impact can be heard from a considerable distance. Like breaching, tail slapping may serve as a form of communication or play. Number 3. Pectoral fin slapping. Humpback whales have exceptionally long pectoral fins, and they use them for various behaviors, including slapping the water's surface. The pectoral fin slapping involves the whale raising one or both of its fins out of the water and then slapping them on the surface. This behavior might also be a form of communication or play. Number 4. Spy hopping. Spy hopping is a behavior where a humpback whale raises its head vertically out of the water to look around above the surface. It is as if the whale is spying on its surroundings, possibly to observe potential threats or to get a better view of its environment. Number 5. Head lunge. A head lunge is when a humpback whale lunges forward with its head and upper body out of the water. This behavior is considered a less common form of breaching and may have similar communication or play purposes. Number 6. Barrel roll. Humpback whales occasionally perform barrel rolls where they roll their entire body in a circular motion at the surface of the water. During a barrel roll, the whale can be seen exposing different sides of its body, making it a visually captivating maneuver. And that was our video of the most acrobatic whale in existence. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay up to date on videos like this. See you next time.